of Group 4, and we'll be talking about the expansion from Canada to China.
Yeah, clarifying the foreign direct investment with a lot of consultants, after which the EDC has actually given us some advices. And looking at the foreign direct investment, for us to go to China to expand, we're looking at a long-term investment. So the long-term investment deals us, we going to the China to open a plant for packaging solution, and which we know that we're also talking about how we're going to make our environment clean, and it also give us the goals that aligns with the SDG goals. And when we're also talking about the portfolio investment, we know that is a passive investment, which means it's a short-term investment that we are going to also be involved in, but not really in the managerial skills or operational skills. It's a process whereby we can just invest with them through bonds or shell or their shells. So in the process, we advise to go for a long term that will give us relationship, that will create relationship between Canada and China for us to find ground.
Okay. By investing directly in a country like China, our company EcoPark Global, we have direct access to local customers, supply chain, and resources, which we will get at, especially the resources, we're going to get it at a cheaper rate because we have access to getting many suppliers and then getting it at a cheaper rate, which will make us get more profits. After all, we are in business to make profits, which means more money for our staff, more money for our company. It will also, investing directly will also boost our brand recognition and credibility, because that is important for us, for EcoPark Global, to be able to get more businesses outside. Looking at the inflow, the FDI inflows of China for the past 5 years, it has grown from 2019 to 2023 from $138 billion to $180 billion. Looking at that trend alone, it's a motivating factor for EcoPark Global to want to invest in such a country, because it means we're going to tap into using their population to get more customers, using their suppliers to get more resources, which will make our business grow effectively and make us make more profits.
Based on the company's expansion goals and market analysis, EcoPark Global is going to be using eclectic paradigm, that is the only framework for its international expansion into the Chinese market. This framework emphasizes on O for ownership, L for location, and I for international advantages to assess the potential for successful foreign direct investments. EcoPark Global proprietary advantages combines with Chinese location benefits and the use of joint ventures of wholly owned subsidiaries are recommended for a sustainable and successful market entry strategies. Leveraging the OLI framework can help ensure a well-informed approach to enter the Chinese market.
When helping a company choose the best ownership structure for its international expansion, it is important to consider 1, market entry barriers, 2, regulatory environment, and 3, long-term growth goals. Okay. So number 1, which is the market entry barriers, we need to check for tariff and trade rules. We also need to understand local culture and competition. Then for regulatory environments, we need to learn about foreign investment rules, licenses, and compliances. Then for the long-term growth, we need to consider the needed control, the investment size, and the future. I'll also be talking about the recommended ownership structure, which includes, number 1, the joint venture. The joint venture is good for local expertise, and high entry barriers. Then we have the home subsidiary. This is used for its fewer restrictions and big growth potentials. Lastly, we have the representative office. This is good for small investment and market research. Finally, the finance choice should consider market conditions, rules, and long-term goals. Getting all this help from local advisors can ensure everything is done right.
China maintains a favorable balance of payment with a current account of surplus of $264.2 billion in the year 2023. The national accounting system serves purposes like measuring economic performances, informing policy decisions, enabling international comparisons, and also guiding investment choices. China has a significant history of intervening in foreign direct investments. Examples are special economic zones, local government initiatives, recent policy adjustments, and also Belt and Road Initiative.
First up, the ongoing discussion around the Canada and China Free Trade Agreement. While not finalized, this agreement could eventually reduce the tariffs and improve trade conditions, making it easier and more competitive for Canadian businesses to export to China. The key benefits of this business is easier access to Chinese market and smooth trade progress in the future. There is CPTPP, which means Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement in Trans-Pacific Partnership. Canada is already a member, and while China is not the part of this yet, their interest in joining could create massive opportunities for Canadian business. If China joins, we see reduced tariffs and better market access across Asia Pacific region. The key benefits of this is potentially expanded market access and reduced tariffs if China joins the CPTPP. So the next benefit is Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. When we have RCEP, a huge trade agreement that includes China and other Asian Pacific countries, while Canada is not member, partnering with the RCEP member countries and can still offer the benefits like reduced tariffs when doing business with China indirectly. The key benefits of RCEP are indirect advantage from the partnership with the RCEP members and lending to the low trade benefits. Lastly, watch out the bilateral investment treaty between the Canada and China. Once it's finished, this treaty will provide a strong protections for our Canadian companies investing in China. The key benefits of BIT reduce investment risk and strong protection for the Canadian companies operating in China. In summary, I would like to say that these agreements and negotiations, some are still in progress, create a favorable trade environment for the Canadian businesses in China. Reduced tariffs, better market access, and investment protections are all potential benefits. Make sure to consult trade exporters to make the most of these opportunities.
Regional country, which is trade agreements, we are going to be looking at how EcoPack Solution Packaging Company is going to be exporting goods to Mexico. And we all know that Mexico, US, and Canada, they have one trade agreement. It was a free zone that was signed 1998 and was forced into power July 1st, 2020. And it was changed and it was now present. It was changed to Uxmans, which means US, Mexico, and Canada. These are regions in the North America. That's where we can export to sell our goods and services. And there is a lot of benefits with this trade agreement with US, Canada, and Mexico. The benefit is what? Free to market access markets, credibility, growth in market and what free tariff. They are actually not barriers in this system because they have trade agreements.
Political risk is a situation whereby a business and its operation suffers because of political crisis in a country. So in a country like China, we are looking at like the different political risks that could affect our EcoPark Global company when we invest our money in the country. Looking at the political risk, the political crisis that China have been having. China for several years have been having issues. We have US and China. They have been having different issues concerning trade and technology. We also have the political risk of economic challenges. There have been different downfalls in the economy, high level of debt, issues here and there. We also have the issue of Taiwan, which would be like a major risk for us because the military in Taiwan are having issues in China with the government. All this risk, all this political risk can stand as a stumbling block to our business, not allowing us make enough profit as projected by the company.
When considering the forms of property seizure, a nation can seize property through expropriation. That is, when a government takes private property for government use, often with compensation to the owner. For example, the nationalism of oil companies in Venezuela during the early 2000s. And we have the confiscation, that is seizure for property without compensation. This is often due to legal activities. For example, in Cuba, 1959 revolution, the government confiscated foreign-owned properties. And we have the re-inquisition, that is the temporary seizure for urgent national needs. For example, during the World War II, the re-inquisition private properties for military use. This ongoing instance includes property seizures in Venezuela, Russia, related to the Ukraine conflict, and Iraq after the 1979 revolution. These actions can affect foreign investment for business in the host country.
Mary Ng, the Minister of Small Business and International Trade, underscored the significance of the trade agreement with the Association of Southeast Asian Nations for the Canadian economy. The agreement aimed to assist Canadian businesses in meeting high environmental and labor standards, providing greater access for small and medium-sized enterprise to grow and create opportunities for underrepresented businesses, particularly those led by women, and also expand Canada's economy by tapping into the large consumer base in the Asian region. It is imperative for Canada to pursue these opportunities for economic growth, especially as we recover from the COVID-19 pandemic. I would thereby agree that the NG's assessment has increased market access and inclusive sustainable trade practices can bring substantial benefits to businesses in Canada and contribute to long-term economic stability.
Alex Edman's TED show emphasizes the importance of incorporating social responsibility into business strategies to achieve long-term profitability. Some of the strategies include employees' well-being, purpose-driven products, long-term investments with stakeholders, and also building trust with stakeholders. At EcoPark, we will adopt some of these strategies by offering high wages, generous benefits, and development opportunities to our employees. We would focus on keeping our environment clean from waste by focusing on sustainable packaging solutions. We will invest in research and development that addresses societal challenges. Also, our company will engage with stakeholders transparently and collaboratively by understanding and addressing the concerns of communities, employees, and our environment. This will help us build a last trusting relationship. In summary, incorporating CSR is not just about sacrificing profit for social goal, it is about making responsible decisions that create value for us, for stakeholders, leading to a sustainable long-term success for the business. Thank you.